Small business startup financing is what I'm going to talk to you today about. If you are a small business, or even if you're trying to start a business, I'm going to go into different ways that you can get funding for your business. If you are new here, I am Trina Boyd. I am the founder of an organization called Women in Power. And what I do and what we do is help women in business with a startup. If you are needing to scale, I can help you with that. We also help with grant writing, business credit, and how to secure your grant for your business, and then also government contracting. I will post a membership link below if you're interested in joining us. And today I'm actually going to be teaching you or talking to you about how to get startup financing for your business. I also want to say that I'm launching a book and I want to invite you out. If you are in Charlotte, or if you're not in Charlotte, I still want to invite you out to my book launch. I do not have a date yet, but it's coming up very, very soon. All right. So with that being said, let's get into small business startup financing. So what are some ways that you can finance your startup? Because if you don't know my story, I bootstrapped my business over 10 years ago, and I really just used money that I had. And it was a service-based business. So I bootstrapped all of my business, to be honest with you, until I learned about grants. And that's the first topic we're going to talk about is grants. So there are several startup grants out currently right now. So if you're watching this, and a lot of times, even if this is past 2024, when you're watching this video, these grants are normally year-round grants. So when I say year-round, so that means if I'm saying this, right now we're in April 2024, April of 2025, and so on and so on, these grants still may be available. So the first grant that I'm going to talk about, of course, is Women in Power. Women in Power has an ongoing grant application cycle. So it's ongoing, and then we announce the winners every single year. So that's one grant that you can apply for. That's minimum of $2,000. Another thing I want to say, and just make sure you are on my Eventbrite, because one of the things that Women in Power is doing for startups is we do have, even though we're a virtual community, so that means that you can join Women in Power from all over the country. But one of the things that we are going to be doing this year is actually going to different states and holding networking / pitch competitions for women who want to come in, network, grow their business, and then also pitch their business for funding, which is a grant. So just make sure you're on our Eventbrite. It may be under Trina Boyd, but make sure you find that and subscribe and follow for future events. So that's one way you can get funding, is through grants. Another grant is called Give and Joy. That is about $500 a year that they give away to startup businesses. You don't even have to have an idea with that company. So that's one way. The second way I'm going to say is going to be the SBA, which is the Small Business Administration. So the Small Business Administration is there to help you. This is a free service, so they should not be charging you. I don't know if you all know, during the pandemic. So during the pandemic, they were giving away the PPP. They were giving away the PPP loan. So the SBA, let me just clarify that. The SBA does not give away money directly. So what they do, they partner with banks like Bank of America and all these other banks, and they guarantee the funds, right? So the PPP was something that they backed. Now the SBA, and they've been had the products that I'm going to talk to you about today with the SBA, they have different lending products that you can qualify for as a small business or a new business. So that's another way the SBA have back funding that they back. So I do want to say, because the SBA did come to talk to Women in Power a couple months ago, they did say they don't give away money. So they partner. So you can basically go to their website and find different banks who carry their product. Okay, so that's one way that you can get business startup financing. Another way I do want to say a lot of people don't know about, and basically the bank that I bank with educated me on this, which is really, really smart. They advised me to partner with a CDFI. So what is a CDFI? A CDFI is a smaller, I'm not going to say a bank, but it's like a smaller entity that have less strenuous requirements if you are a small business, if you're trying to get funding. So like, for example, if you go to a bank and you say, hey, I want to get funding for my new business, right? And you have not built any business credit, because they do go off of the Dun and Bradstreet number. And that's one of the things I teach in Women Empower is how you can get a Dun and Bradstreet number. Also, step by step on how to set yourself up for approval for business credit. So that's another benefit of becoming a member of Women Empower, is because I actually teach you how to set yourself up. Because even if you go into the bank, and say and open up a business account, you should be instantly asking them about, oh, how do you qualify for business credit? So that way you can set yourself up to be able to qualify for business credit. So with that being said, the CDFI. So a CDFI, and I show you, before I get into the CDFI, I show you how to get business credit, right? Step by step on how to get business credit where you're using your EIN number only. EIN number only. Because a lot of the times when you go into a bank, or if you try to get funding, right, they're going to ask for a personal guarantor. A personal guarantor is you personally backing that loan, you as a person. But I show you there are ways where you can just do your EIN number only, but you do have to set your business up the proper way to do that. Okay, so that's important, to setting that business up the proper way. All right. So let's get into the CDFI. CDFI are companies, smaller companies. They don't give away a lot of money. So one of the CDFIs that I know, which is Aspire Capital, they're located in Charlotte, North Carolina. Aspire Capital, they, I think some of the things some of the amounts that I saw on their website was like anywhere from $2,500 to like $50,000. So, I mean, that's a decent amount for a small business startup, right? That's decent. But if you're trying to get like bigger money or bigger projects, like millions of dollars, then that's when you may have to go to a bank. So the CDFI is really meant for small businesses or startup businesses, or people who are need companies who need, or small businesses who need to scale their business. So that's what a CDFI is put in place for. Definitely, I want you to Google CDFIs in your city and state to find them, because they will be very helpful if you're trying to get funding. And they won't have those, strenuous requirements for you to get funding. And I thank my bank, Truist, for bringing this to my attention to start partnering with CDFI. So what I'm actually going to do, and this is what I'm in the process of doing for my members and members of Women in Power, because we do have those monthly meetings about business credit, I'm actually bringing speakers in from CDFIs to talk about how you can qualify for a CDFI or a loan with them. That's what I'm going to be doing. I actually just attended a pitch competition it was at Truist, but it was through it was for nonprofits. So a lot of the all of the nonprofits that they picked to come out came out, their pitch, their business or their nonprofit, and the first place winner won $250,000. On top of that, the audience loved him so much that he won an additional $75,000. So that's, if I'm doing my math correctly, that's $325,000 that this nonprofit won from Truist, which is amazing. But I say that all to say is that one of the nonprofits was from Georgia, and she offered CDFI like services, so loans. One of the loans that she gave out was for $150,000. So one of the key things that she stated in her video was, we don't look at your personal credit, or we don't look at your credit, period. So that was a game changer for me. Like, I was like, wow, they don't even look at your personal credit. So that's one of the reasons I want to bring CDFIs out to Women Empower's meetings, so they can tell us, these smaller, entities, how can these women qualify for your products? What do they need to do? Because this is the thing, me teaching you is great. Like, I like to teach you how to get and I've helped several women get 50,000, hundreds of $1,000s in business credit using your EIN number. But I also want to show you different avenues as well. So that's one of the purposes of bringing those people in. We brought the SBA in. But yeah, so that's important. So as a member of Women in Power, you're definitely going to get the resources that you need as a member in order to succeed. But if you're not applying it, that's on you. But I do give you the information and show you step by step on how to do that. But thank you all for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you enjoyed this information I gave out, make sure you are subscribed to my YouTube channel or my podcast for future videos. Right now, I am posting every single day.